Boston Bruins win a nail-biter against the Nashville Predators in a game that had me shaking and quaking down until Charlie Coyle scored that goal in the shorthanded in the third period to take the lead. We also have a lot of stuff here to talk about regarding this game, and as well as a signing that I theorized the other day that could be a very, very sneaky one when he does end up coming to this team. We also have a new segment at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around, find out what that's all about. But before we get into all of this major news here, we noticed that 87% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your Boston Bruins news, you're in the right spot. Make sure to hit the sub button. Join me along here as we cover this team from everything from top to bottom, and we keep you up to date with all of the Boston Bruins news as it happens. But let's get straight into this video here. We're going to be talking about the game first. This is a really big one. The Bruins pull through in a game that really had me, right down to the wire, thinking about this can't be a loss. This really cannot happen today against the Nashville Predators here. They finally pull back right at the end of the game. Charlie Coyle getting the shorthanded goal from Pavel Zacha, as well as David Pastrnak. And we cannot forget Linus Ullmark standing on his head in this game, getting the first star of the game. But I have something to talk about here. You probably noticed this one right here. 31 shots, 31. Pretty good. 22 hits for Nashville against Boston's 10. That's not the Boston Bruins hockey that we know. This is not that old school Boston Bruins hockey that we love. As well as a major face-off issue there, 66% against the Nashville Predators. Now, Ryan O'Reilly, I know he's one of the best face-off guys in the league, but this cannot be that big of a spread. It can't be that big of a difference against a team that, is not even that good in the playoff contention race. No hate to the Nashville Predators, but they're not really a competitive team compared to some of the top ones across the league. Some of the ones that will be a big challenge in this year's playoffs. And I think that if the Boston Bruins cannot get up with this face-off, they've been pretty good the past few games, but you have to be good every single game, especially against some of these big playoff teams that they're going to be playing come playoff time. They're going to lose some games if they cannot have a face-off. If they do have a face-off like this. This is not good at the situation they're in. I know they don't have a number one center, really. I wouldn't say Charlie Coyle, I wouldn't say Pavel Zacha are a number one center. But these guys are pretty good at face-offs, and this needs to be cleaned up a bit heading into these next final few games of the regular season and then into the playoffs. But overall, Linus Ullmark, like I said, standing on his head, getting this win, a well-deserved win, and we love to see our goalie hugs around here. A shutout for Ullmark. Just a feel-good game for this team after something that was really nerve-wracking, like I said, for this entire game. But like I said, once again, I will reiterate, we love our goalie hugs around here. Overall, though, the game, not too bad. A win is a win is a win is a win. Best I have to put it here. But once again, I think that this needs to be cleaned up a bit. The face-offs, I need to see a bit more physicality to make me feel comfortable heading into this playoffs as well. Let me know what you think. This is not, like I said, this is not the Bruins hockey that we know and love. The old school Bruins hockey that we know and love, the physicality, something that is a big issue here this season. But we have something that could possibly fix that heading into next season, and that is the signing the Bruins make. They make a literal huge signing. This kid is gigantic. They signed Jaxon, the captain of Minnesota, as we talked about in a few videos ago. Put me on this Bruins team, put me on this staff. I thought about it. May have got a bit of help from Mark Diver once again. I got it right. Whether or not I needed a bit of help, I did get it right. Connor Ryan here. The Bruins have signed Minnesota captain Jaxon to a one-year entry-level contract with the NHL cap hit of $870K. The 6'4", 220-pound center scored 19 goals and 12 assists for a career-high 31 points this season. Nelson will report to Providence on an amateur tryout, and his entry-level deal will start next season. So this is definitely one the Boston Bruins needed, something they were looking for. We spoke about the Bruins needing a center, the Bruins looking everywhere for a center. The NCAA free agency, the draft upcoming could be a center, depth piece there as well, or even a trade and free agency. There's going to be a lot of options the Bruins have to make a move for a center, and they got their first one here, and he is a big boy. I'll pull up his stats here. As you can see in the top left, 6'4", 215, and 220 per Connor, but, once again, that's irrelevant. He's still a big boy. That's what we got to know here. He can definitely put up some points, though, too. You can see in his past few years with Minnesota, 24 years old, so he is on the older side of a college player. However, once again, I still think that these college players are playing against some of the top competition from across their age group, some of the top prospects across the NHL. So, once again, he's still playing against a very high level of competition, and it's a good sign, especially for someone who's been doing it for so long. He's been passed up in the draft, he's been looked over, but the Bruins are giving him a chance, and I think he's going to seize this opportunity with the Bruins being this big guy. They got Justin Brazeau, another 6'4", I believe, maybe 6'3" player, and the Bruins seem to be adding some more size, looking for some more size, and you can't complain because that's what the Bruins really are lacking, is the size, and the people that are that size using that physicality, using that size to help this team in the dirty areas of the ice that nobody wants to go into. So I think Jaxon Nelson is really looking to prove himself for this team, and I think this could be a great opportunity for him to do so on the amateur tryout and then with his entry-level contract next year. So once again, I think it's an absolutely phenomenal signing, a huge one, both literally and on the books. I think it's going to be a very, very crucial signing when it comes down to it. But a new little segment here that I kind of thought about when I seen this comment. This is I'm going to say it a comment of the day. So I'm going to pull this one up here first. This is from a previous video. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. It comes from Kevin Cowan. He says, I feel Ryan and at Cornell is going to be a great Bruin. Freshman playing for Mike Schaefer at Cornell is a perfect Bruin material. Kid lines up on the power play, kills the penalties, takes the draws, and that Cornell system is about accountability, great goaltending, and always right there. Remember, boys, Ivy League has a short schedule, very few scholarships, true freshman. Now, Kevin, thank you for the comment. If you see this, good thing you got me there. You got me thinking. I didn't know too much about him, but when I did my research, you're absolutely right. This is looking like a very good prospect once again. We got some more Bruins sneaky prospects. It's the kind of that area of the year now, that time of the year where they got the Frozen Four, the NCAA all ending. So you had a lot of these names that you probably haven't heard of before, but this is a good one here. Here are his stats. You can see Cornell University, Cedar Rapids Rough Riders of the USHL, a very good league once again. Notable names like Jack Hughes coming from there. 79 points in 61 games there last season, and 22 in 35 at Cornell this year. And we have one on our hands. So shout out Kevin. If you want to have your comment featured in the video, put one in the comments here on this video or any other ones. I see the most recent comments when I'm looking at them, whether it's from the first video, the most recent video, I see them all. So if you got something you want in a video, get the conversation going with Bruins fans, as most of you, I'm sure probably all of you, are Bruins fans, so we can get the conversation going in the comments. If you have something that you want to discuss within the Bruins community, we have a great community here. The comment section is always very active, very positive. Love keeping up with the news and everything. So if you have a comment, you want it featured in next video, make sure to leave one. I'll pick out one, and even if you don't get it, keep going, because I'm going to be trying this as more videos go on. I do enjoy reading the comments. Once again, I reply to a lot of them, look at a lot of them. And Kevin, thank you for the comment today. We have a great little update on another player that a lot of people might not know about. So, like I said, put some comments in the below. If you want them featured in the next video, we'll talk about them, and, have a conversation here in the comments below about what you think about this one. But that's all I got here. Let me know what you think about all this news. We have a lot of stuff coming over the next few days as well, with the Frozen Four. The Bruins got a few more games. The standings are getting very, very close, so you're going to want to stay up to date with all of this Bruins news, so you're going to have to make sure to hit the sub button if you do want to stay up to date with all of this content, because I'm going to be having it here right for you as it happens, as soon as I can. It might not always be on time, but I'll be doing it as quick as possible. But like I said, that's all I got here. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.